What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing another video in our preseason scouting series. Today we're going to be looking at Jaden Hardy. Before I get into that, I just wanted to quickly apologize if my voice sounds weird, battling a little bit of a cold, and I can tell just by talking out loud that it sounds different or weird, and so apologies for that. But like I said, in today's video I'm going to be talking about Jaden Hardy, who he is, what makes him one of the top prospects in the class, talk about his strengths, weaknesses, and then at the end of the video I'm going to give my thoughts on him as a prospect. But more importantly, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, so make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Jaden Hardy, his game, and how you think it's going to translate to the G League and eventually, the NBA draft if he decides to declare. And so leave those thoughts down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So who is Jaden Hardy? Jaden Hardy is arguably the best guard prospect in this year's 2022 NBA draft. He's a 6'5" 2 guard who has some playmaking ability but is most naturally suited for that 2 guard spot, and I think that's where he'll play and where he's best suited. Now Jaden Hardy has decided to take the professional route for his career and join the G League Ignite team. He had numerous college offers, could have went anywhere he wanted, and I think his game would have fit at the college level pretty well. But I think with the G League Ignite team, I think his game should really flourish in that type of system where the floor is spaced, a lot of shooting around him, and he can do what he does best, in open space, and his ability to, create his own jump shot, things of that nature. And so, like I said, I think, going the professional route, joining the G League, I think it's a good move, and I think, it should be a move that pays off, not only in the short-term form, but in the long-term as well. So what are some of the strengths that make Jaden Hardy one of the top prospects in this year's draft class? I think when you talk about his strengths, one thing that you have to mention are his physical tools. He's a 6'5" shooting guard, so he's got ideal size for that spot, but he also possesses ideal length for that spot as well. He has a 6'9" wingspan, and he's able to use that length in a number of ways on both ends of the floor, whether it's offensively, getting into the lane and having different ways to finish, whether it's, extending around players, extending over them, getting good elevation and, height on his jump shot. Those are just different ways that he's able to utilize that length on the offensive side of the ball. But he's also able to utilize that on the defensive side of the ball as well. With that 6'9" wingspan, he can guard both guard spots. He's got good instincts, good timing, quick hands, and he's able to, like I said, utilize that wingspan on both sides of the ball. Also, physically wise, he's a good athlete. He's someone who, moves well. He's really fluid with the way that he moves to the hoop in the open floor. In the open floor, he's really a very good jumper, someone who can, easily play above the rim. In traffic, he's not the most explosive athlete, but like I said, in open floor, plays above the rim. In, the half court setting, he has a quick first step. He's got, like I said, that length, the size to finish at the hoop. And so physically wise, he's everything you want out of, a modern day NBA shooting guard. Now, Jaden's biggest strength is his scoring ability. He's a 3-level scorer who can score at all 3 levels easily. First, I think the big thing with his game, and the thing that really I think he bases a lot of his game off of, is his ability to shoot the 3 ball off the dribble, especially from distance. He's got deep range on his jump shot, and he's able to knock it down, like I said, off the dribble or off catch and shoot situations. Now, his jump shot is a little funky. He's got a little bit of a hitch in it, and I think at times he almost shoots it better off the dribble and with someone closing out on him, just because it forces him to shoot that a little faster and doesn't have really time to have that hitch in his jump shot. And with that hitch, he's a streaky shooter, but like I said, his whole game, it seems like, is based off knocking down deep threes and then attacking the defense based on that. Now, he's also able to, like I said, get into that mid-range area. He's just as deadly from there with pull-up jump shots. He's got a good handle. He's got the step back. He's got the crossover, step back, things of that nature. He's got a lot in his bag in terms of just ability to create that jump shot. And I think, like I said, it all goes back to him being able to knock down, that deep three ball and forcing defenses to extend out on him. And then I've already kind of talked about, his ability to get to the hoop. He's a good athlete. He finishes well with both hands. And, like I said, is kind of, the complete package when it comes to being a 3-level scorer. Another plus that you get with Jaden is that he's shown the ability to potentially be a playmaker. In high school, the offense ran through him and he averaged 8-9 assists a game. This was something in AAU that was cut down once he played with better players to only about 2.5 assists per game. But still, out of that 2-guard spot and out of a player who you're really, expecting to score the ball, he does, showcase or flash some playmaking ability with that scoring ability. Now, Jaden definitely has some weaknesses or things that he needs to clean up on, just like every other prospect. I think the big thing for Jaden is, that jump shot, like I mentioned earlier. It has a little bit of a hitch in it, and I think cleaning that up and getting that hitch out of his jump shot will make him that much of a better player. Like I mentioned, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, and his game seems to be based on knocking down that 3-ball. And so, taking that hitch out, becoming much more consistent from 3, I think that will just, only help his game and make him that much better. Another thing that he's got to work on is just becoming a better decision maker, eliminating a lot of those bad shots that he takes. He was kind of the vocal point of his team in high school. Everything ran through him, and he had to do, like I mentioned, a lot of the playmaking, a lot of the scoring, and a lot was just put on him. And at times, like I said, he forced jump shots, took a lot of bad jump shots. And as a playmaker, he's turned the ball over at a pretty good rate for someone in high school. So those are just things that, are going to come, I think, with playing with better teammates and just, not having as much put on him, especially early in his career. If he can, clean up those kind of more mental mistakes and become a little bit more of an efficient player, I think that would really help his game go a long way as well. So overall, I think that Jaden Hardy is probably the best guard prospect in this year's draft. I think doing the G League Ignite, thing will be a good thing for him. Like I talked about, I think the professional level and specifically, the G League NBA level, I think it fits his game very well. And I think he should have a very good season in the G League. I think he's kind of similar to someone like Jalen Green in the sense of just being a scorer. And we saw that Jalen Green was able to score the ball at that level. And I think if Jaden Hardy can come out and do the same thing, I think that there's no reason that he shouldn't be, a top 5, top 3 draft pick in this year's draft. There's just a few things with his game that he's got to clean up, he's got to improve. And like I talked about, I think if he can get that hitch out of his jump shot and become a real consistent knockdown 3-point shooter, especially from deep range, I think kind of the sky's the limit for his game because he's someone who can come in and get buckets. And so I really like that. I like his future. I think he's got, like I said, a bright future and should be, a top pick in this year's draft. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later.